hey there, you awesome bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs. It is I, Little Wolf, and welcome to my den. Go ahead and come on in, but please wipe your paws before entering, and go ahead and take a seat by the fire. The cauldron is bubbling, so you can have your choice of tea, coffee, or hot chocolate. And it is now Monday again, and so we are now jumping in to Vintage Cartoons Revisited number 73. We are two away from three-fourths to 100. I mean, that is just so cool. Oh my lord, I know it helps a lot of people start their Monday or just get a break and relax, enjoy some good cartoons, have some good laughs, have a snack, have some coffee or tea, take a breather. And I know it does that, so I'm gonna keep these going. Um, and if you ever feel like you need help and you're not sure who to talk to, you can't talk to your friends or family, if you're in the US, please call the US Suicide Prevention number, which is 988. You call them and you'll be able to talk to different people there. And if you need doctor help, they can point you in that direction or different kind of things like that. So please call them if you need help. And if you're outside the US, which is everybody else, please go to blog.opencounseling.com/suicide hotlines/ and you go there and it'll have all the other countries out there with websites you can click on and hopefully numbers you can call. And please reach out to these people if you need help and you're not sure where to go. Alright, so now number 73, and it's been a bit since we've jumped into it with a Betty Boop cartoon. And so we're going to do that this time. And this is kind of one of the weirdest and probably close to one of the oldest cartoons I've shown. It's from 1932. And it's called Betty Boop M.D., which is kind of misleading because it's kind of like a snake oil salesman kind of thing. So not really an M.D. She's more like a sales pitch person. It says here in it that we have Betty, Bimbo, and Coco selling a concoction in their medicine show, which has odd side effects. Now, reading that, you would think, okay, that's kind of tame. No, not at all. This is definitely going to be one of those ones that definitely fits nicely in with the weird cartoons in the den. I mean, first you have Bimbo coming up and they have their trailer and it has like all the different things that Jippo can do. He's talking to people. Nobody is really willing to give up any money, so calls out Betty. Betty starts singing all the different things that Jippo can do for you, making it so you have hair on the top of your head. An old man that's bald uses it, puts it on his scalp. The beard that's on his chin grows into his skull and grows out the top of his head. It's just definitely interesting. Oh my lord. And that's just like a little bit of the weirdness. You have an older man who drinks it and kind of becomes like a grown baby. You know, it's kind of like the weird Mork and Mindy. When they have kids, they grow, or they're born as old people, and as they get older, they get younger. So, if anybody ever watched that, oh my lord. So it has that. It just has so many different things. Somebody's skeleton jumps out of their body and different things. So yes, this is gonna fall nicely into the weird, kooky cartoons that are the usual on this channel. So let's go ahead and jump into the medicine show and find out all of the good uses of Jippo.
A hot cornet pillow. a hot cornet can,
Boop boopy doo.
like Betty Boop can do. A saxophone can go, what a saxophone can,
Boop boopy doo.
like Betty Boop can do. This little miss would never miss a chance for vocal tuning. And anytime and anywhere you can hear this lady crooning. An auto horn can go, but an auto horn can,
Boop boopy doo.
like Betty Boop can do. Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Ain't she cute?
Boop boopy doo.
Sweet Betty.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us this afternoon one of the great Coco.
Now hold by, Jippo. Huh? No? No? Nobody gonna buy Jippo? Betty, you better come out here.
Hello, everybody. If you're feeling wealthy and wanna be healthy, now's the time to buy Jibbo. They're treating the nations to cheap operations. Here's something that you should know. For the rate they used to charge to cure St. Vitus, you can be a swell and have appendicitis. And if they cut something extra, they won't charge you extra. Now's the time to buy Jibbo. Now here's the place you should commence to formulate theories that are dense. And if you should become too solemn, it may affect the spinal column. How's that, huh? Now, folks, come on, buy a bottle of Jibbo. Okay, sonny boy.
Now let me see. And it is
Oh, what's the matter, Daddy? Huh? Now let me see.
well, I don't mind trying that.
Darling, I am growing older.
Oh, gee, Daddy, I got just the thing that's gonna fix you right up. Here, try it. Ah,
All right, so I'll try a bottle. Put a couple drops on top of the head like this, so see? And after I'm gonna rub it in a little bit like this, see? All right, and I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3. Look up and see the hair. Look, see? Oh, da dee da dee da.
before.
There it is. Now,
Right up and have a little bottle of dip.
I know, baby, you somehow
Come on now,
how
just
fancy home soon gone. You'd be out of place in your own hometown when you walk down that avenue. I just can't believe that it's you. Now pay this pay this time, wearing a bird of paradise. It all
Here's
seems
your
wrong
change.
somehow that you're nobody sweet myself.
Thank you now.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be up there with one of the weirder Betty Boop cartoons. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump into our next cartoon. And if any of them are going to get me in kind of a bit of hot water, this one might. It's from 1934, and it's one of Willie Whopper's cartoons, and it's called Hell's Fire. And it says here, Willie Whopper and his dog visit hell, where they meet Satan, Cerberus, and some of the infamous members of the damned. Very almost innocent sounding reading of what happens in this cartoon. What you start off with is Willie Whopper and his dog climbing up a volcano. They get to the top. You looks inside, you see a devil in there just kind of chilling, smoking a cigar. The smoke is causing the smoke to come out the volcano. There's smoke rings being blown, things like that. A rock gets thrown, hits Satan, Satan brings them down, and you meet the different inhabitants of hell. Like there's an Arab guy, there's an Egyptian, I think Egyptian. You get some lady from the Roman times, a big Roman lady, I think, playing the lute, maybe. You get Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Kind of like very infamous fictional characters. That'd be like seeing Hannibal in there, you know? I mean, oh Lord. Just so much interesting stuff happens in this one. You get one that went through Prohibition, apparently. Just so many weird things happen in this. And it's kind of, when I'm watching this, I kind of get that weird, what was it, Cuphead almost feel to it. So Cuphead was kind of a cartoony shoot 'em up game, and I've played a bit of it, but it's definitely a lot tougher than what I'm used to. So I don't get too far in that one, but it definitely reminds me of it, the way the devil looks and everything else. And this is definitely one of those ones where it definitely shows that cartoons really probably weren't meant for kids, with how cartoonish it looks and how colorful it looks. Just some of the weird things that happen. So let's go ahead and jump into a volcano with Willie Whooper and see what happens with Satan.
Say, did I ever tell you this one? Well, it was like this. Me and my dog were climbing up the world's most dangerous volcano. Boy, what a happy time we had. Hello, Mr. Devil.
So you're the guy that's always dry. You think you're awfully hot. He thinks he's awfully hot. He thinks he's awfully hot. I'm glad we met, for you're all wet. I got you on the spot. He's got him on the spot. He's got him on the spot. This guy is dry. We'll make him cry on good old bootleg rye. On good old bootleg rye. On good old bootleg rye.
hell would.
Alright, well, sadly, we are coming into our last cartoon, and this is going to be another one of those ones where I might get in a bit of hot water for it, but you never know. It's from 1949, and it's called Meet King Joe. Or Joe King, one of the two. The American worker, personified by Brooklyn accented Joe, is presented as the king of the workers of the world, with higher wages and shorter hours than his counterparts abroad. That sounds innocent again, but it definitely goes into some very stereotypical racial tendencies almost back then. And from being 1949, we definitely know those kind of things, slanted eyes with Orientals, things like that. That definitely finds its way in here. Oh my lord, it's just gonna be weird. And it goes through like what the American worker is like in America, why they're kind of the better workers of the world, so it's very American oriented. This is just going to be very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and find out what the average working man is like from the 1950s. Oh my lord, this is going to be interesting.
Joe, the king of the workers of the world.
Hi, folks.
Joe's the king because he can buy more with his wages than any other worker on the globe. Now, what makes it possible for Joe to earn such a good living? He's no smarter than workers in other countries.
Are you kidding?
He's no stronger than workers in other lands.
Oh, yeah? Well, just watch me. Ow!
Just because Joe's an American doesn't mean...
Yeah? Well, being an American is the best thing on the... Oh! My back!
Sure, being an American is great, but how could you be superior to any foreigner when you or your folks might be any one of a dozen different races or religions? So, if you're no Superman, it must be the American way of doing things that makes you the luckiest guy in the world.
I don't think I'm so lucky.
You don't? Well, let me show you.
Hey, what's that gadget? Television?
No, it's a time machine. Just pull that lever. You'll see how people worked 100 years ago.
Hey, this I like.
Oh, that's too far back. Try again. We want to stop at 1850.
Who's the character?
That's your grandfather, Joe.
Oh.
He had to work 69 hours a week to earn a living because he had only inexpensive hand tools and his own strength to help him make things. Your grandfather was a powerful man, yet his strength equaled only 1/10 of a horsepower. You have hundreds of horsepower in this costly giant of a machine to multiply your strength and efficiency 1,000 times. This makes it possible for you to earn more than any worker in history. and still have leisure time each day to enjoy life.
So I'm lucky. But what about the rich guy who does nothing while I do the work?
True, there are rich people who contribute nothing. And there are poor people who contribute the same. But most of the invested capital that buys the tools you use comes from your fellow Americans. 40 million of us have money in the banks. 70 million of us own insurance policies. Over 15 million of us invest savings in corporation stocks and bonds, which help to finance industry. Each year, the people of America invest billions of dollars to create new plants and equipment. This invested capital buys the tools which make a man's labor worth more because he produces more. In China, for example, where there is practically no capital available for investment in plants or tools, a man's labor is not worth very much. A coolie takes 10 days to move 10 gallons of kerosene 100 miles at a freight cost of 10 cents a gallon. An American railroad worker takes only 2 hours to move 100,000 gallons of kerosene 100 miles at a freight cost of 1 cent a gallon. The coolie makes 10 cents a day. An average American railroad worker makes $10 a day, or 100 times more than the coolie. The average railroad worker has the benefit of a $20,000 investment in equipment. The Chinese coolie's equipment is worth only 10 cents. With constant improvement in expensive tools and the skill to use them, the value of any man's labor can be multiplied many times. Naturally, the people in this country who invest their savings with industry expect dividends. No dividends, no investments. Without new capital each year to finance new plants, tools, and equipment, labor and management would soon find themselves in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, without capital to buy new tools, I might not do so good. But look what a new invention did to my grandpa. For 25 years, he knocks his brains out in the wagon works. Then along comes the gas buggy. Need I tell you what happened to Grandpop?
The history of our country proves that new inventions create thousands of jobs for everyone they displace. So it wasn't long before your grandfather had a better job, at more pay for less work. Our industrial progress is largely the result of the competitive struggle between companies to capture the market to increase profits. Huge sums are spent each year to make a better product to sell for less. Yet, regardless of how much money is spent to develop a new idea, there is often failure. When research proves successful, everyone shares in the accomplishment. The business which fails to give the consumer as much value as a competitor gives often goes bankrupt. However, on a national scale, competition gives the greatest good to the greatest number by continually producing more and better goods at lower prices. The American way of doing things makes it possible for more people to own their own homes. We're only 7% of the world's population, but we have 50% of the radios. We have 54% of the world's telephones. Americans own practically all the refrigerators in existence to give them plenty of ice quickly and easily. Bathtubs, we've got 92% of them. most of us have the leisure time to enjoy the peace and quiet of the beautiful countryside. As we drive about in 72% of the world's automobiles.
I told you to turn at the last corner. You don't even hear me. I want a candy bar.
Under the protection of our freedoms, American labor, management, and capital, the greatest production team in the history of mankind, have made the United States the industrial master of the world. Capital must continue to provide industry with the funds to create new tools and plants. Labor and management must continue to increase the production of better goods at lower prices so that more people will be able to buy the things that make life easier and happier for all of us. Then Joe will continue to be the king of the workers of the world.
You said it, brother.
Alright, well sadly with that cartoon now done, our time in the den is coming to an end. I hope you guys did enjoy these cartoons. I hope they gave you a chance to breathe and relax, enjoy a beverage, have a snack, and just take a break from life. We definitely need that now, and we're coming up on the warmer weather. It's getting into 70s here today, supposedly. So we might try and go to our weekend spot. While there, I'll probably edit this video and put it together. I have my own little pop-up tent that I use as my own little like portable den when we go out. It just kind of makes me feel better having my own little spot where I feel safe. And I love my little tent. Maybe I'll find a picture of it and show it. But and going to our weekend spot is definitely going to help. We have the water there. We can take the dogs there. They run around, go crazy, be dogs, and just relax. I can relax in my tent, watch some videos or whatever, edit this video that's going to come out later. Maybe I'll play some games or something. There are a few games that I've been working on. I just bought a new one called The Fall 2. And it's a zombie survival game. Right now it's on sale for like 49 cents, at least in America on the Google Play Store now. I'm not sure how long that'll last, but it's a $1.49 game regularly. And even at that price, it's worth it. I've only played the first few levels of it so far, so I'm trying to get the hang of it. I'm gonna definitely make a video with it. It's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm working more on the Granny games. Granny the Rebellion has really gotten my interest, even though there's like 3 other enemies in that one, 4 if you count Slendrina, and just so much to do in that game, and so many places to run around. It's a bit easier, so I think that's why it appeals to me, but it's also got me back into playing Granny 2, played a bit of Granny 3 some, so I'm slowly getting back into them and not just Granny 1. So this is going to be fun. I hope I do get better and I'm able to show them. I know people are kind of sick of Granny 1, but that's definitely a comfort game for me. But I love you guys so much, and thank you for spending time here in the den with me. I hope you guys had a good time. I love all of you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support. Please like the video, leave a comment which cartoon you thought was crazier. Oh man, we have so many things to look forward to. I just have to get on the ball and start trying to get these videos made. Yeah, I've one for an anthology film that I watched not too long ago, Campfire Tales. Definitely is going to become one of my new favorite anthology movies because of the last one. But that will be another topic for another video pretty soon, I hope. Thank you guys for joining me here in the den. And remember, if you want to help out even more when you go out and about, please remember to try and mask up. We still have some sicknesses that are going around. Go out to your doctor and try and get your vaccinations or your booster shots. The spring colds are always a fun thing because we have the changing in weather. So you have those kind of things. So try and help yourself a little bit from that. And definitely new strains of the Rona kind of going around, so we want to try and protect ourselves from that. And also, when you go out and about, please remember, try and distance yourself a little bit. We don't need to be all tailbone to tailbone like we were before all this started. Just separate yourselves a little bit, give yourself some breathing room, and that'll help you and your family and strangers stay safer. And doing all of that, we do have a little one here in the den that we can hashtag protect the lioness. I love all you bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. So until next time, Wolf out.